Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing? Today we're going to be discussing all the new indie makeup releases that have happened recently, my thoughts on them, whether I bought them, whether I'm going to purchase them, and just talking about independently owned makeup brands, and then we'll have a few mainstream things that I'll leave and throw in at the very end. Today's video is probably going to be just very quick and keep it moving even if I mess up because I have 20 minutes before I need to go pick up my son from school, and I'm just hoping to get this video out of the way real quick. Not out of the way because obviously I love filming it, but just to get it done because I've just got a busy day, and I thought there was a lot of releases that caught my eye, so I was like, we just need to go ahead and do an indie makeup releases and talk about these things. So if you are new here, this video series is inspired by Annie Unique's and Samantha March. I have both their channels linked down below, as well as all the Instagram accounts that I use. This is not the smoothest transition ever, but my channel is dedicated to majority of the time talking about independently owned makeup brands. So if that sounds like something you'd enjoy, you want to see something a little bit different, you want to support small business, then feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. And without any further ado, let's just jump on in. So first, let's start off with this ginormous huge new collection from Glam Light. This is, I want to say it's called the Happy Hour collection, and this was kind of funny to me because like they sneak peeked one palette and I was like, oh pretty, and then they sneak peeked another and then another and another, and it just felt like more and more and more kept coming with this collection, so it was a little bit overwhelming to me. But these are the 4 eyeshadow palettes. So there's a Dirty Martini palette, which looks like kind of like a really fun green monochromatic palette. There is a wine palette, which is purple monochromatic. There's a margarita palette, which is kind of a mixture, and honestly that palette just looks like leftovers from other palettes that Glam Light has done. That one, like of this whole collection, I was just like, not for me. And then there is a chocolate martini palette, which is a very neutral color story. I mean, that one is pretty, but it looks so similar in tone to the chocolate donut palette that Glam Light did. And I don't know, I was kind of into this, but I just decided to go ahead and grab the purple and the green palettes. Those were the ones that caught my attention the most, and I just didn't feel like buying 4 eyeshadow palettes at once. I mean, I wouldn't have gotten the margarita, but 3 eyeshadow palettes at once still felt like a lot, especially like it just adds up really fast. I am a little bit unsure of what I bought because I've seen some pictures of how these palettes look in the Glam Light feed versus how they looked like on their Instagram stories, and the colors looked very different between the 2 different places. So I'm not sure how close this is gonna look to what I think it is, but I'm hoping that I love it, and I figured that it would be a good thing to review. I love Glam Light's formula in general, so I was like, a green monochromatic purple and oh gosh, I'm getting ahead of myself. A green monochromatic palette and a purple monochromatic palette. I'm here for it. They also released 2 different highlighters. So there is the Pina Colada highlighter. This looks cute, and I actually did consider purchasing this, but when I went to their website, they literally only had a picture of this, and then they had a swatch of it on someone's cheek, and that was it. I was like, what color is it? Like, is it a white to gold highlighter? Because I'm not really into that, and they didn't have any like swatches like on arms or different skin tones or anything like that, so I decided not to purchase it. And then they also have a mimosa highlighter, which this one looks so cute. It looks like such a like really pretty like orangey gold kind of highlight, but I'm assuming that probably isn't for my skin tone, and either way I couldn't tell what it would look like because there were no swatches. And then lastly is the like little lip set, and I thought that this was so cute. There's a vodka, a Irish cream, a Pinot Noir, a whiskey, and a rum little lippy, and I think that some of them are glosses. I think one's a liquid lipstick. It just looks super super cute, and I feel like if I was like doing like a party or something and I wanted to have like little party favors, or if you were doing like a bridal party and you were doing favors, I think that this would be so cute to like put in little bags, like a little lips gloss, like alcohol. Like, I think it's an adorable idea, but realistically, do I need these? No. So I passed on it even though I thought it was cute. So that is the whole Happy Hour collection. I'd be curious to hear what you guys thought about it, if you picked up anything, if you were just passing on it. Like I said, I just went ahead and grabbed the purple and the green palette and called it a day. And then next we have a little sneak peek from Glaminatrix Cosmetics that definitely caught my attention. This is their new Silent Night eyeshadow palette. They said that they'll have a full reveal coming in October, and from the packaging it looks like there's going to be 8 shades, and it just looks really like deep and dark. So I'm wondering if this is going to be like a Christmas palette, but like a grungy Christmas palette. I don't know, that's not what I think about when I think of the idea Silent Night necessarily, but then just looking at the packaging, I'm very, very curious to see, and I'm excited about it because Glaminatrix has a really great formula. And then next we have a new palette from Dandelions Co. This is called the Baleful Bog. It is available now, and I believe that this is supposed to be like their kind of like Halloween fall palette, and I think that it is a really cute fall palette. Personally, looking at this, if I put my finger over the left row and made it a 9-pan palette, I feel like that stands out to me so much more, and it looks like such a cute color story. Not that it's not cute without the left row, but I feel like without it, it like stands out. It's a little bit more impactful, but either way, I think it's pretty. It's got like some pops of neutrals and greens and purples, and it's grungy and fall without being like a typical fall palette. I believe that it is 6 of the shimmer, or sorry, not 6 shimmers, 6 shadows that was already in their collection, 6 shadows that were already in their collection, and 6 brand new shadows, and I'm pretty sure that they're all available to purchase as singles as well. It's very cute. Do I feel like I need to run out and purchase it? No, but I do like it. I feel like of everything they've released so far, this might be my favorite palette yet. I don't know. What do you guys think about it? Would you like to see a review for it? Because the more I stare at it, the more that I like it. Let me know. And then next we have a new full palette reveal from Adept Cosmetics. This is their Amulet new palette, and I think it's really, really cute. So this first picture here is the light version, which you can see definitely has some like pretty light matte, like kind of transition shades. And this is like a really fun, cool tone neutral palette. Like I feel like this just perfectly speaks to what I've been into with my makeup recently. And the shimmers look beautiful. I mean, Adept's shimmers are always beautiful. So I feel like I'm very into it. And also I'm pretty sure that they reformulated their mattes. I haven't been the biggest fan of their mattes in the past, so I'll give it another try if they're reformulated, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up purchasing this palette. Then they also have the deep version here, which is beautiful as well. Just has like a little bit more depth in certain shades, a little bit more vibrance. I do think both of the palettes look beautiful, but personally the light one is appealing to me a bit more, so that's the one that I plan on purchasing. And then next we have a new palette from Menagerie, and this one, I don't know how to feel about it. Okay, so this is the Indigo Ink palette, and I think it's super pretty. Like, it looks fun, but it's so far from what I imagined an indigo palette being. Like, there's like one indigo. There's like one matte indigo and one shimmery indigo, and that's like just maybe. Like, they still look like they're leaning so blue. I'd have to see it in person. Like, maybe it looks a little bit more blue purple. Blurple. There you go. Faces by Gina. Blurple in person. Sorry, that was mean. I apologize. I was kind of a little like, I don't know what to think about this, but I pretty much always buy Menagerie's palettes to review. It just seems like whenever I talk about them, whenever I review them, people seem to enjoy that, and so it's one of those brands I'm like, yes, let me get this for review kind of thing. Even if, like, for this one in particular, the color story wasn't like screaming at my heart, I do think it looks pretty, and the shimmers actually look really nice in here, so I'm curious to give it a try. But the thing that was really funny to me with this palette is that I set an alarm for it and my alarm did not go off, and I noticed like an hour and a half later I was in the middle of a museum and I was like, no, like, Menagerie, I forgot my alarm didn't go off. I accidentally set it for, I think, PM instead of AM or vice versa, but I went on the website and it was still available. I was like, this never happens with Menagerie. Like, I'm guessing maybe a lot of people didn't love this color story because I've never gone to a Menagerie launch that late and still been able to get the palette. Normally, like, things sell out within the first 10 minutes. So I felt lucky that I was able to get it. I mean, my order hasn't shipped yet or anything, and it's been like 2 weeks. Then I was like, do people even want to see this reviewed? I don't know, but it's coming. So yeah, I would love to hear what you guys thought about it, if you were into the color story, if it wasn't what you expected. And then next we have a new collaboration. This is between BK Beauty and Angie from Hot and Flashy. She came out with a brush set with BK Beauty, and it looks like they are all new brushes. They don't look like brushes that were already available in the BK Beauty line, and the blending brushes look really nice here. I really like BK Beauty's brushes, so I am slightly intrigued to purchase this. I'm not sure if they're available as only like the brush set or if you can get them individually, because there's some that I'm more into than others. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to purchase it, but I don't need any more brushes. I'm kind of in between. I need to go watch her launch video, and like, actually maybe I shouldn't, because if I watch the launch video, I'm gonna want to buy it that much more. Okay, we got 10 minutes left. We just have a few more releases. Let's do this. We've got a new tinted sunscreen foundation from Tower 28, and I'm very intrigued to try this. I mean, the shade range looks pretty good, especially considering it's just a tinted sunscreen, tinted moisturizer type of product. So that's definitely something that's going to be more sheer. I love wearing sunscreen now. I love a tinted moisturizer. I've really enjoyed the things that I've tried from Tower 28, so I'm gonna probably end up purchasing it. It says that it is SPF 30, but I would keep in mind that even if you purchase this, you should still do a layer of sunscreen underneath. Typically, products that are tinted moisturizers, products that are foundations that have SPF in them, unless you use a ton of product, you're not actually going to be getting that layer of SPF 30 or whatever they're claiming. So, I mean, friendly reminder, still use sunscreen even when you're putting more sunscreen on top. Even if that sounds silly, I promise it's worth it, but I'm still about it. I feel like it having sunscreen in it is like a little like extra plus to me, but just the idea of like a tinted foundation, I'm into it. And then next we have a new palette from Ace Beaute. I believe this is the Falling in Fall palette or something like that. I accidentally took the screenshot and missed the name of the palette, but I know it is a completely focused on fall palette, and I think that it is really, really cute. I don't know that I don't think I'm going to pick it up, but I do really like it. I don't know. The tones are super pretty, and I was just thinking between this and the Ace Beaute Flare palette and the Classical Paradise palette, like, you cannot tell me whoever's in charge of color stories at Ace Beaute doesn't love fall. This is super cute. I mean, I really like the mauve tones, and why is every eyeshadow palette suddenly appealing to me? I need to calm down. And then also, this is actually not appealing to me, so that's good. This is a new collection from Colored Raine, and I saw this picture like 3 times before I realized that it was Colored Raine and not Colourpop. Like, anyone else, like, did this not like immediately say this is Colourpop to you? I mean, I don't know what it is about the picture, but it looks like they're coming out with a bunch of little 6-pan palettes, and they look cute. I kind of like the pretty one. I kind of like the neutral one, but none of them are pulling me enough to want to actually purchase them. I don't know. And like the wealthy one, like, I wish that it was like a little bit less like true like grass green and a little bit more grungy green, because it's almost there, but it's just not quite hitting it for me. So yeah, that collection is going to be a pass. And then we've got a sneak peek from Natasha Denona that I just wanted to like revel in for a second. It looks like Natasha Denona is coming out with like a miniature gold palette. Like, I don't know if this is going to be different shades than what's in the gold palette, or if it's going to be repeats. There's rumors of like a midi revamped gold palette coming out, and I feel like I wish I hadn't even heard that, because now I'm just so hopeful that that is a real thing, and I'm so like excited just thinking about it. So yeah, I just thought I'd throw that in there for a second. I don't really see holiday sneak peeks very often that catch my attention, but this one I was just like, please let it be true. And then for mainstream releases, just to finish off, we have a new collection from Huda Beauty. So she is coming out with, actually I think this is Huda Beauty, but it's from Glowish. I'm sorry. They are coming out with some new face powders, which I don't really care about that much. But what grabbed my attention is the new blushes. I just feel like these look so pretty. Like, something about the way they look in the pan. The lightest, like, peachy shade, Healthy Peach. Like that looks like a healthy peach. I don't know. I'm into it. I think I'm talking myself out of it because I'm remembering that I have some really beautiful peach blushes from Alamar that I already absolutely love. So I don't need it, but I think it looks so pretty. And then last but not least, I just wanted to go ahead and mention this because it definitely grabbed my attention. I thought it looked so beautiful as well. This is the new Orchid You Not collection from Colourpop, and I just think that this looks stunning. So the blushes, I mean, they're pretty, but I'm kind of whatever about it. The highlighter, whatever. I think that there's some different lippy sticks, not really thinking all that much about it, but what's calling to me is just the eyeshadow palette. Like I feel like it looks like such a beautiful mauvey purple palette, and I know it's gonna be like $12. So yeah, but I feel like I'm gonna end up buying that. All right, y'all, those are all the new releases that I wanted to talk about today. I feel very accomplished because I got this whole video done in under 20 minutes. I would love to know what of these releases you're interested in, what you want to see me review, what you're thinking of purchasing, what you're definitely passing on. Feel free to leave all your opinions down below. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.